Imagine for a moment that your life is about to change in ways you have never dared to believe. Imagine that money in all the forms you desire is already on its way to you. I am here to tell you that this is not imagination, it is reality waiting to unfold through your conscious mind. You may be thinking, money takes time, effort, and struggle. But that is not the truth. The truth is, money responds to the state of consciousness you maintain. Money is life energy, and it moves to where life energy is vivid, alive, and confidently imagined. Your mind is the instrument, and your imagination is the power. In the next 24 hours, you can transform your relationship with money, and it will come to you naturally, effortlessly, and quickly. To begin, you must understand that money is not a thing to be chased. It is not earned, nor is it obtained through struggle. Money is a reflection of your inner state. If you are in lack, you will experience lack. If you are in abundance, abundance will flow toward you. This is not metaphor. It is law. The universe is a mirror. Whatever state you live in, that state manifests outwardly. If you desire to attract money in 24 hours, you must first embody the feeling of having it. Your imagination must be alive, vibrant, and saturated with the emotion of abundance. Start now by imagining a scene in which money has already come to you. See yourself holding it, using it, feeling its presence in your life. Do not think of it as something in the distant future. Do not think of it as something that may come if the conditions are right. See it now. Feel the joy of receiving it, the relief of knowing it is available to you, the freedom it brings. This scene is not fantasy. It is a truth waiting to be realized. The feeling you generate now is the seed that will grow into physical reality. Your imagination must be specific. Money is not abstract. It is concrete. See the amount you desire. See the circumstances of its arrival. Perhaps it comes as a check, a surprise deposit, a gift, or an opportunity to earn. Picture it vividly. Hear the sound of its arrival. Feel the weight of it in your hands, the texture of it, the excitement it brings. Let this scene consume your mind for several moments, until it becomes more real to you than your current surroundings. Now I know you may feel skepticism. You may say, this sounds too easy. How can imagining money make it appear? But listen carefully. The universe does not judge the method. It responds to the state. The law of your consciousness is unerring. Whatever you assume as true in your imagination, you will experience in reality. Doubt is the only barrier. If doubt appears, treat it as nothing more than a passing cloud in your sky of awareness. Your focus must remain fixed on the state of having. Do not think about the process, the time, the steps. Only assume that it is already yours. And your imagination must be so real that your body and mind respond as if it is fact. You may ask, how do I maintain this state throughout the day? The answer is simple. Live in the end. Do not live in the beginning. Do not live in the struggle. Do not live in lack. Live as the person who already has money, as the person who knows the universe provides freely and abundantly. Let this feeling infuse every action you take. Walk, talk, and move as if your bank account is full. Speak as if your financial needs are already met. Smile as if abundance is natural to your life. This alignment is magnetic, and it will draw circumstances, people, and opportunities that correspond to the reality you have imagined. Here is a practical step for the next 24 hours. Each night, before sleep, enter your imagination and create a vivid scene of money coming to you. See it clearly, feel it fully, and saturate the scene with emotion. This is not a casual daydream. This is an act of creation. As you drift into sleep, let this imagined reality impress itself upon your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not distinguish between imagination and reality. Whatever is impressed upon it, it brings forth in the physical world. You may awaken the next morning with opportunities, ideas, or encounters that align with your imagined scene. This is the magic that occurs when you deliberately use your imagination. While doing this, You must abandon all attachment to how it will happen. Do not dictate the method. Do not limit the universe by your reasoning or preferences. Your mind must remain open and receptive. If you insist on knowing every step, you are resisting the natural flow. Trust that the universe knows how to deliver your desire in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Your role is not to control. Your role is to assume, to feel, and to imagine. The universe will do the rest. Understand that you already possess the power to create. The external world is a reflection of your inner state. The scarcity you see outside is not real. It is the projection of a belief that has taken form. The abundance you seek is not somewhere out there waiting for you. It is already present in the fabric of consciousness. Money is drawn to your consciousness, not to your effort. When you align your mind with the reality of having money, you attract it effortlessly. You are not requesting it from outside. You are awakening the consciousness that is already yours. Consider the feeling of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful magnet. If you focus on gratitude for what you already have, no matter how small, you expand your capacity to receive more. Gratitude is a recognition of abundance in the present moment. The more you feel it, the more money will appear. This is why imagining the end is so important. As you feel the reality of having money, your mind naturally experiences gratitude. You are no longer asking or pleading. You are already aligned with the reality you wish to manifest. As you move through the day, notice opportunities. Money may appear in unexpected ways. Perhaps a friend offers a gift. A business proposal presents itself, or a solution to a financial problem appears suddenly. These are not coincidences. They are the direct result of your inner state. Your consciousness has attracted circumstances that correspond to your assumption. The universe operates like a perfect reflection. What you assume inwardly, you experience outwardly. Every small sign of money coming to you is proof that your imagination is working. Acknowledge it, feel joy, and reinforce your state of abundance. Do not fall into old habits of worry or lack. These are the mental patterns that have delayed your manifestation in the past. The moment you catch yourself thinking, "I don't have enough," or "it will take time," immediately shift your focus back to the feeling of having. Replace those thoughts with vivid images of your abundance. The mind cannot hold two contradictory states at once. The state you dwell in is the state that manifests. If you dwell in lack, you will experience lack. If you dwell in abundance, you will experience abundance. Your choice is immediate, and it is powerful. You may also find it useful to verbalize your assumption. Speak in the present tense, as if the money is already yours. Say to yourself, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly. I am a magnet for wealth. I see opportunities for income everywhere. I have all I need and more." These words are not mere affirmations. They are declarations of a state of consciousness. When spoken with feeling, they impress the subconscious mind and set the stage for immediate manifestation. Words are powerful when aligned with imagination, and imagination is the seed of all creation. Understand the role of faith. Faith is not hoping or wishing. It is the knowing. Faith is the absolute confidence that your imagined reality is already true. When you feel this certainty, there is no delay. The subconscious mind does not question. It obeys. It is not concerned with time, space, or limitations. The moment you assume the state of having money, your subconscious mind arranges circumstances to fulfill that state. Faith is the bridge between imagination and physical manifestation. It is the invisible force that accelerates the arrival of your desire. Consider also that money is energy. Money represents value, exchange, and the ability to impact the world. When you feel abundant, you vibrate at the frequency of wealth. This vibration naturally attracts like energy. Opportunities, people, ideas, and resources come to you effortlessly, because your consciousness is aligned with abundance. The moment you stop worrying, stop forcing, and stop chasing, and instead live in the reality of having money, the universe responds in kind. This is the law, and it operates whether you believe in it or not. Let us return to the practical aspect. Tonight, before sleep, create a scene in your imagination of receiving a specific sum of money. Visualize the circumstances in which it arrives, the emotions you feel, the actions you take. Make it as real as possible. Hold this scene in your mind with total conviction. As you drift into sleep, let your mind dwell on it. Do not question it. Do not analyze it. Do not plan it. Simply know that it is done. The subconscious mind works through your imagination, not through reasoning. This is the secret of immediate manifestation. In the next 24 hours, notice how the universe responds. You may receive unexpected offers, new sources of income, solutions to old problems, or sudden ideas for earning. These are all manifestations of your inner state. Money is coming to you, not because of effort, but because your consciousness is aligned. You are acting in a state of having, thinking in a state of having, feeling in a state of having. The outer world must conform to the inner reality. It cannot help but do so. Remember, your power is in your imagination. It is in the feeling, in the assumption, in the faith. You do not need to struggle, to chase, to worry, or to convince anyone. You need only to assume the state of having, and the universe will respond with perfect precision. There is no delay for the mind that truly knows its power. Money flows to the consciousness that is certain, vivid, and unwavering. You may find resistance in the mind, old beliefs, habits, or doubts. Treat them gently, without fear. Acknowledge them, then return to the state of having. Persistence in the state of assumption, even for a few minutes at a time, is enough. It is not the quantity of effort, but the quality of your imagined state that matters. Even brief, vivid, and emotional assumptions impress the subconscious mind deeply. Your imagination is the workshop, your feeling is the catalyst. Your faith is the guarantee. In conclusion, the 24-hour transformation begins now. Visualize money arriving. Hold the feeling of having it. Speak as if it is already yours. Live as if you are already wealthy. And enter sleep each night knowing it is done. Trust the universe to deliver in the ways that only it can. Your consciousness is the creative force, your imagination is the blueprint, and your faith is the fuel. The next day, open your eyes with the certainty that money is on its way. Because the law of consciousness does not fail. Money is life, and it responds instantly to the life you live within. You have now learned the secret of attracting money in 24 hours. Live it, feel it, and receive it, for abundance is your natural state, and the universe is eager to obey. Now let your mind wander further into the reality you wish to create. Imagine receiving not just a small sum, but enough to satisfy your needs and even beyond. Picture yourself walking through your day knowing that your finances are secure, that money is constantly circulating toward you, that each action you take is met with opportunities to receive. Feel the ease of this abundance. Notice how your body relaxes, how your mind is clear, how your spirit lifts with the certainty of wealth. This is not fantasy. This is the practice of aligning yourself with the life that is already yours to claim. As you continue to hold this scene in your mind, you may notice details emerging naturally. Perhaps you see the face of someone offering you a payment, a business deal closing successfully, a surprise check arriving, or an unexpected source of income appearing as if from nowhere. Do not dismiss these details as unlikely. The mind that imagines with certainty draws events into form. Each image, each sensation, each emotion reinforces the subconscious understanding that this reality is yours. You are not waiting. You are already living it in your imagination. Do not allow your attention to drift to the how or the when. These are distractions created by the reasoning mind, which only knows limitation. The infinite mind, your consciousness, does not require a plan. It does not work through struggle or calculation. It works through the vividness of assumption, through the certainty of feeling, and through the unshakable belief that your desires are already fulfilled. If you maintain the scene as true, if you live within it emotionally, the universe cannot resist bringing it to form. As the day progresses, test your awareness. Notice when thoughts of lack arise and gently dismiss them. Redirect your focus to the scene you have imagined. Remember, your imagination is the workshop of creation. The moment you allow lack to dominate, you delay your manifestation. The moment you assume having, you accelerate it. Each choice you make in thought, feeling, and attention is a choice of creation. In this way, the next 24 hours become not just a time period, but a stage upon which your wealth is scripted, rehearsed, and performed to completion. You may begin to feel sensations in your body, lightness, excitement, anticipation, and even a sense of relief. These are signals that your subconscious mind is responding, that your inner world is aligning with your desire. Pay attention to them. Let them grow. Each heartbeat, each breath, each thought that affirms abundance is a building block in the reality you are constructing. The more you focus on these sensations, the more real they become, and the more the outer world must conform to them. Do not fear the arrival of money, for some believe that to receive suddenly is risky or undeserved. Release such thoughts entirely. Abundance is not a reward, it is a natural state. You were born to live in wealth, to experience freedom, and to enjoy the blessings of life. To resist it is to resist life itself. Accept that money is your friend, your companion, your tool, and your gift. Treat it with respect, with gratitude, and with the expectation that it flows freely toward you. Notice the synchronicities that occur when you hold this state. People mention opportunities in passing, doors open unexpectedly, ideas arise in your mind unbidden. These are all responses to your inner state. The universe is constantly speaking in signs, guiding you toward the manifestation you have imagined. Pay attention, remain alert, and act in alignment with the sense of having. Opportunities may require action, but action performed from a state of abundance is effortless, inspired, and successful. Keep your imagination active even in small moments. While waiting in line, walking, or performing routine tasks, allow your mind to dwell on the scene of your wealth. Feel the reality of it. Speak affirmations silently or aloud. Let the words and images saturate your consciousness. Each repetition strengthens the neural pathways that align you with abundance. Soon, your entire being vibrates with the certainty of wealth. It is no longer a distant hope. It is your lived reality in imagination. You may find yourself smiling more often, feeling lighter, and noticing how others respond to your newfound state. People naturally gravitate toward those who embody abundance. Your confidence, your poise, and your joy become magnets. This is the law in action. The world responds to the state of consciousness you project. When you assume the feeling of having, money is drawn not only through circumstance but through relationships, connections, and the natural flow of opportunities that life provides. Remember that every limitation you have experienced in the past is the result of holding a contrary state. It is not reality speaking, it is your imagination creating a pattern that now exists in form. You have the power to rewrite that pattern at any moment. The 24-hour period is sufficient because your mind operates beyond time. What you imagine vividly and believe completely manifests instantly in the realm of consciousness. Physical reality follows naturally, inevitably, and in perfect order. As you continue, imagine yourself not only receiving money but using it wisely and joyfully. See yourself investing, sharing, purchasing, or saving as you wish. Feel the empowerment that comes from financial freedom. Notice the relief from worry, the expansion of possibilities, and the flow of creative energy that now fills your life. By imagining not just the receipt but the utilization of money, you create a complete blueprint for your subconscious mind to follow. It is no longer incomplete or hesitant, it is whole and ready to manifest fully. Do not be discouraged if the physical manifestation does not appear immediately in exactly the form you imagined. Sometimes the universe delivers in ways more elegant, more profitable, or more unexpected than you could have conceived. Trust the intelligence of your imagination and the perfection of the law. Money will come in accordance with the state you have created, and often in ways far beyond your limited expectations. The key is to remain in the feeling of having, not in the analysis of arrival. At the end of the day, before sleep, return once more to your imagined scene. Let it be so vivid that it overshadows every thought of limitation. Feel it, hear it, see it, taste it, and live in it fully. Let this final act of assumption impress itself upon your subconscious mind. The subconscious works while you sleep, and it does not differentiate between imagination and reality. What you impress upon it now will unfold naturally in your waking life. You are planting seeds that the universe cannot help but grow. As you rest in this state, imagine waking tomorrow with a sense of anticipation and excitement. The night has impressed your subconscious and your inner world has aligned with the reality of having money. Notice how your body feels lighter, your mind sharper, and your awareness tuned to opportunities that were invisible before. These are signs that your consciousness has shifted. You are no longer the person who waits or hopes, you are the person who knows. This knowing is magnetic. It draws to you the resources, people, and circumstances that correspond to the state you have assumed. Throughout the day, practice seeing abundance everywhere. Money exists in many forms, and it moves in ways you may not expect. It may appear as a gift, a refund, a business opportunity, or even a creative idea that generates income. Be alert to all forms of wealth, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Each instance is a confirmation that your imagination has taken form. Notice it, feel gratitude, and let the feeling of abundance grow stronger. Every small acknowledgement strengthens the law in action. Engage your senses fully in this practice. Hear the sound of money arriving. See the numbers in your account increase. Touch the bills, feel the coins, or notice the transaction completed successfully. Smell the crispness of new bills, the aroma of your favorite environment as you enjoy wealth, the sense of comfort and ease that comes with financial freedom. Your senses are instruments through which the imagination becomes tangible. The more vivid and real the experience, the faster the manifestation occurs. Speak to yourself in the language of abundance. Say, I have more than enough. Money flows to me effortlessly. I am ready to receive. Do not speak in the future tense. Avoid words like I will have or I hope. Speak as if it is done, as if it is present, as if the law of your consciousness has already created the evidence you desire. Words are not empty. They are extensions of your state of being. Each word, each phrase, each affirmation reinforces the reality you have chosen to inhabit. Be aware that the mind may try to argue, to resist, to reintroduce old patterns of lack. When this happens, do not fight or push. Simply return to your scene of having. Your imagination is stronger than reason. Do not debate with doubt. It is a shadow passing through your awareness, but it has no power over the reality you assume. Keep your attention focused on the feeling of money in your life, and let everything else fade away. This is the practice of conscious creation, the art of deliberate manifestation. Notice how opportunities align when you maintain this state. Perhaps someone contacts you with an offer, or an unexpected solution presents itself. These are not random. They are responses to the vibrational reality you have established within. Money comes to consciousness that is ready, alert, and open. The universe always responds to your inner world. When you assume a state of wealth, every person, every situation, and every event that corresponds to that state begins to appear in perfect harmony with your imagination. Keep practicing mental scenes in small moments throughout the day. While commuting, walking, or waiting, allow your imagination to conjure wealth flowing into your life. Each repetition deepens the impression on your subconscious mind. Soon it becomes natural for you to feel the state of having. It becomes effortless to think, feel, and live in abundance. The law of consciousness works continuously, whether you notice it or not. Your deliberate attention accelerates its manifestation, but the law operates constantly and without error. Focus on gratitude at every stage. Gratitude amplifies your vibration, opens channels and signals to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Feel gratitude not only for the money you imagine, but also for every sign of abundance that appears in your life. Gratitude transforms ordinary experiences into proof of manifestation. It bridges imagination and reality, allowing your desires to flow into form naturally. The more you feel grateful, the more quickly money responds to your state of mind. Visualize abundance interacting with your life in practical ways. See yourself paying bills with ease, purchasing desired items, or sharing generosity with others. Let the feeling of financial freedom permeate every cell of your body. This integration of imagination with practical experience strengthens the reality you are creating. The subconscious mind absorbs these scenes and reproduces them in the physical world. Your life becomes a mirror, reflecting the wealth you assume within. Remember that impatience or anxiety weakens the manifestation. The moment you become desperate or fearful, you introduce resistance. Instead, practice relaxation and joyful expectation. Money is drawn to calm, confident, and certain consciousness. You do not need to chase, push, or manipulate. You only need to be in the state of having, living in it emotionally, and trusting the intelligence of your subconscious mind. The universe responds to your inner state, not to your efforts or strategies. As the hours pass, notice subtle changes in your environment. Doors open, conversations unfold, and ideas arise in your mind. These are responses to the state you hold. Pay attention to small coincidences. They are the threads leading you to the full manifestation of your desire. Each sign reinforces your inner knowing. Each confirmation strengthens your faith. Each acknowledgement deepens your alignment with the reality of wealth. Maintain the visualization continuously, even in fleeting moments. Let it become your default state. Do not wait for a special occasion, a quiet room, or perfect conditions. Wherever you are, let your mind dwell in the scene of having money. Feel it, experience it, and let your emotions rise in response. The subconscious mind absorbs these impressions effortlessly, and reality aligns naturally. Money, as life energy, responds to your living assumption with perfect precision. As night approaches, return once more to your scene of abundance. Make it as vivid, as alive, as emotionally charged as possible. Feel the arrival of money, the joy it brings, the freedom it creates. Let your imagination saturate every thought, every sensation, every moment before sleep. When you drift into slumber, your subconscious mind continues to work, integrating the state you have chosen. The law does not rest. It continues to operate even as you sleep, arranging circumstances and synchronizing events that correspond to your assumed reality. As you awaken, carry the feeling of abundance with you into every action, every thought, and every interaction. Notice how your day feels different when you begin it in the state of having. People respond differently. Opportunities appear more clearly, and your mind naturally notices solutions that were invisible before. This is because you are no longer operating from lack. You are operating from fullness. Your inner state dictates your outer experience, and the universe mirrors it with precision. Throughout the day, reinforce your assumption by imagining small, tangible instances of money arriving. Perhaps it comes as cash in hand, as a deposit in your account, or as the completion of a deal or project. Picture these moments as if they are happening now. Feel the excitement, the relief, and the satisfaction as fully as you can. The richer your imagination, the faster the subconscious mind acts. Remember, the subconscious cannot distinguish between imagined experience and physical reality. What you vividly feel as real will manifest. Do not concern yourself with obstacles or delays. Any thought that attempts to question your assumption must be gently returned to the scene of having. Resistance is only a signal that your focus has drifted. It is not a judgment, not a limitation. Simply return to your mental scene and immerse yourself in the feeling of wealth. This consistent return to the state of having strengthens your inner world, aligns your consciousness, and ensures that the outer world reflects your chosen reality. Notice how your intuition sharpens when you maintain this state. Ideas for earning, investing, or attracting money come effortlessly. You recognize opportunities immediately. You feel guided toward decisions that expand your wealth. This guidance is not luck. It is the natural response of a mind aligned with abundance. The universe operates in perfect harmony with your consciousness, delivering outcomes that correspond to the state you occupy. Keep a quiet sense of joy throughout the day. Joy is a powerful amplifier of manifestation. When you feel joyous about money, when you imagine it with delight, when you act in alignment with pleasure rather than struggle, you raise your vibration. The higher your vibration, the more responsive the universe becomes. Money is not drawn to worry, fear, or desperation. It is drawn to the confidence, certainty, and enjoyment you embody. Allow yourself to dream even bigger within your imagination. Once the initial scene is established, expand it. Imagine more abundance, more freedom, more security, and more joy. See your life fully enriched by the wealth you have imagined. The subconscious mind does not resist magnitude. It only requires clarity, feeling, and faith. The larger the scene, the more fully your consciousness impresses reality. Your imagination is limitless. Your wealth can be equally boundless if you hold the scene with conviction. Observe how your relationships and interactions shift. People respond to your inner state more than you realize. When you are abundant, relaxed and certain, you attract favorable circumstances effortlessly. Conversations, meetings, and collaborations align naturally to support your manifestation. The law of consciousness extends through all connections. Your state sets the tone for how the world interacts with you. This is why it is essential to remain anchored in the feeling of having, regardless of external appearances. Notice that patience is not required in the way you think. Time is a construct for the conscious mind. But for the subconscious, all realities exist simultaneously. When you impress your desire upon the subconscious with vividness and feeling, manifestation is immediate in the realm of consciousness. Physical events unfold in perfect timing, often more rapidly than you expect. The next 24 hours are sufficient to set this process in motion, because the law of imagination transcends ordinary limitations. Continue to use affirmations aligned with the state of having. Speak confidently. Money flows to me easily. I am abundant. I have more than enough. Opportunities for wealth appear effortlessly. Repeat these words with feeling, letting them saturate your mind and emotions. Words, when matched with vivid imagination, act as powerful triggers for the subconscious. They reinforce the state you wish to occupy and strengthen the magnetic force that draws money into your experience. Embrace the feeling of security and freedom that comes with money. Let it penetrate your consciousness completely. Do not focus on what is lacking or what has been missing. Instead, focus entirely on the reality you are creating. Each thought, each feeling, each action taken in alignment with abundance reinforces your manifestation. Your inner world is now a fertile ground where wealth grows naturally, and the outer world responds as if it has no choice but to mirror it. As you move through the day, notice every subtle sign of progress. Perhaps a check arrives, a message indicates a payment, or a conversation opens the door to financial gain. These are not random. They are the natural response of a universe that mirrors consciousness. Each sign confirms that your imagination is taking form. Celebrate these signs, no matter how small. Gratitude for them magnifies the flow of abundance, reinforcing the magnetic alignment between your inner and outer worlds. Keep your imagination active even in mundane moments. While performing simple tasks, allow your mind to dwell on the scene of wealth. Visualize, feel, and believe as if it is happening now. The subconscious mind absorbs these impressions continuously. Your consciousness sets the vibration, and circumstances must conform. The universe is responsive to the state of your mind, not to your effort, struggle, or worry. The more consistent and vivid your assumption, the more immediate the results. Even when faced with apparent obstacles, remain unwavering. Do not analyze, do not argue, do not give energy to lack. Instead, return to the scene of having. Let the feeling of abundance wash over you, dissolving doubt and worry. This is the practice of deliberate creation, a return to your chosen state, a refusal to entertain opposing impressions, a confident and joyful living in the end result you desire. Every return strengthens your power and accelerates manifestation. As the day unfolds, allow yourself to act from the state of abundance in every decision, every conversation, and every moment. When you act as if you are already wealthy, the universe recognizes this state and responds accordingly. Even simple actions, when performed from this feeling, have extraordinary results. Your mind becomes a magnet, attracting people, circumstances, and ideas that correspond perfectly to the reality you have assumed. You no longer operate from limitation. You operate from freedom. Notice how your environment begins to change subtly. Opportunities appear that were invisible before. Doors open in unexpected ways. People respond to you with warmth, generosity, and cooperation. These are reflections of the state you hold within. Each interaction, each event, each small synchronicity is a confirmation that your imagination has taken hold. Money is drawn to consciousness that is prepared, aware, and aligned. You are now the person who knows, And knowing is the foundation of immediate manifestation. Continue to feed your imagination with rich, vivid scenes of wealth. Picture the money arriving. Notice the way it feels in your hands, and immerse yourself in the joy and freedom it brings. Imagine the practical applications. Paying bills effortlessly, investing wisely, giving generously, or indulging in experiences that bring delight. The subconscious mind absorbs these impressions completely. It does not distinguish between imagination and reality. What you assume as real is what your life must reflect. Do not allow your attention to stray to worry, calculation, or comparison. These thoughts are the tools of the reasoning mind, which only sees limitation. The creative mind, your imagination, sees infinite possibility. Whenever a thought of lack arises, let it pass like a cloud, and return to your scene of having. The more consistently you dwell in this state, the faster your outer world conforms. Your imagination is the workshop of creation. Your feeling is the energy that animates it. Speak your abundance aloud whenever possible. Say with conviction, I am wealthy. Money flows to me effortlessly. I am open to receive in unlimited ways. Abundance surrounds me. Let these words carry the vibration of certainty. Words, when aligned with feeling, imprint the subconscious mind and act as powerful reinforcements for your assumed reality. Each repetition deepens the belief and strengthens the magnetic pull of money toward you. Feel the gratitude that naturally arises from this state. Gratitude is the recognition of abundance and the acknowledgement of the universe's response. Each moment of thankfulness amplifies your vibration, opening channels for even more wealth to flow. Gratitude transforms ordinary experiences into confirmations of manifestation. It creates a feedback loop that continually reinforces the state of having. The more you feel it, the more the universe responds with signs, opportunities, and actual money. Allow your intuition to guide you. In the state of having, insights, ideas, and solutions appear effortlessly. You will notice moments of clarity, sudden inspiration, or even chance encounters that provide financial gain. These are the direct results of your consciousness aligning with abundance. Follow these impulses without hesitation, knowing that every action taken from this state is productive and perfectly timed. Maintain the feeling of wealth throughout every moment of the day. Let it permeate not just your imagination but your physical body. Walk, move, and breathe as the person who already has money. Let your posture, expression, and energy reflect the abundance within. The universe reads your vibration, not your bank account. The way you feel is the key that unlocks the door to wealth. Every movement, every thought, every breath aligned with abundance strengthens your magnetic power. Visualize the completion of your desire in multiple ways. Imagine different scenarios of receiving money, different sources, different circumstances. This variety strengthens the subconscious impression and ensures that the universe has multiple avenues to deliver your desire. Each scenario you imagine with feeling adds weight and reality to your assumption. The law of consciousness responds to certainty, not to limited thinking. The more real you make it internally, the sooner it manifests externally. As the evening comes, reflect on the signs of abundance that appeared during the day. Notice even the smallest confirmations. A phone call, a message, a new idea, a solved problem. Acknowledge them with gratitude, and let them reinforce your state of having. Each recognition strengthens your belief, deepens your assumption, and accelerates manifestation. The universe responds to acknowledgement as much as to imagination. Your awareness is a powerful tool in creation. Before sleep, create your final scene of wealth. Picture the money arriving. Feel it in your hands. Imagine its effect on your life, and let your emotions rise in full response. Saturate your senses with the reality of having. Do not doubt. Do not question. Do not analyze. Simply assume and feel. As you drift into sleep, this state will impress your subconscious fully. During slumber, your subconscious mind continues to work, orchestrating events, synchronizing circumstances, and drawing money to you in perfect alignment with your imagined reality. Now, as you stand on the threshold of your new reality, understand this money is not something you chase. It is a reflection of the state you occupy. The universe is not bound by time, effort, or struggle. It responds instantly to the consciousness you embody. In the next 24 hours, You have the power to transform your life. Because you have learned the secret of living in the end. You have practiced assuming the state of having, imagining it vividly, feeling it completely, and trusting it fully. This is the law that governs all creation. Remember, your imagination is the workshop, where all desires are forged into reality. The subconscious mind does not argue. It does not delay. It manifests exactly what is impressed upon it. Every thought, every feeling, every image you hold in certainty shapes your world. When you live as if your financial abundance is already present, the universe responds with perfect precision. You do not need to know how, when, or where. You only need to assume and feel. From this moment forward, act, speak, and think as the person who already possesses wealth. Let your life reflect the abundance you imagine. Trust the signs. Embrace the opportunities. And maintain unwavering faith. The money you desire is no longer a distant dream. It is already present in consciousness. And the world will conform to this inner reality. Take this knowledge and apply it immediately. The next 24 hours are not a waiting period. They are the stage upon which your wealth is already being realized. Your imagination has set the pattern. Your feelings have activated the law. And your faith guarantees the outcome. The universe obeys the state you assume. And money will flow to you naturally, effortlessly, and abundantly. Step into this knowing with confidence. You are no longer a seeker. You are no longer a seeker. You are a creator. You are no longer a dreamer. You are a manifester. Your wealth is already present in the unseen. And the world will soon reflect it in the seen. Believe it, feel it, live it, and watch as the universe delivers exactly what you have assumed. The power has always been within you. Now it is time to claim it.